what if Goku kept his tail part 5? If you guys remember what happened last time in the part 4, the androids soon appeared, but Goku did fall to the heart virus. Now, during that time, Cell was also there as well, and Broly nearly defeated the androids, but sadly, it wasn't enough because of the infinite stamina that they do have. Now, during that time, Vegeta still let his pride get ahead of him. Now, while they were training for the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, Cell still absorbed both Android 18 and 17. Sadly, they were both still absorbed, and Perfect Cell was born. Now, Goku, Broly, and the others have all fought Cell, and Broly clearly had the advantage over Cell, but every time he killed Cell, he forgets that Cell can legit come back from literally one cell. So he kept on coming back and getting stronger and stronger, to the point to where Cell had no other choice but to blow himself up. But sadly, Goku had risked his own life and make a ki shield around himself and fly as high into space as he can to be able to blow up with Cell. Now, it would almost hit the planet, but it didn't. Now, I know how big the blast was that Cell did when he blew himself up. It destroyed a massive chunk of the other world. But I'm going to say for what it purposes that the ki shield that he had around him was Goku's like full power. And that version of Goku was a lot stronger than the original. He was almost as strong as Perfect Cell was in general. So that's the reason why I was able to take most of the blast. And also, Goku can go hundreds of thousands of millions of times faster than the speed of light. So I do believe that he could have probably gotten far enough away that it wouldn't destroy too much stuff. Maybe a planet or two, but not too much stuff. Now, 7 years has passed. Now, before the Buu arc begins, we would have a little Broly arc. Now, Broly was still living out in peace near Son Goku's house, but he has his own cave house area that they built for him and that he's happily there. Broly would do his typical hunting and things like that. Now that Goku was gone, Broly understands that he needs to protect the planet as much as he can. And Broly has been learning to control his legendary power, but it's still a long way to go before he can do it. Now, during that time, he would see a spaceship arrive, but he wouldn't pay too much attention to it. But now, it was Chile and Lemo. They were actually looking for the Dragon Balls because they actually wanted to wish Frieza back. Now, the reason why I decided to do this is because I wanted Chi-Lai to be in Broly's life earlier, just because I really like them as a couple and they're really cute together. So, during that time as they try to get the Dragon Balls, Broly would stop them. Now, after they would meet Broly, they would decide that it's not really worth it to try and get the fame and the glory for reviving Frieza, since this Broly guy is so much more stronger than Frieza was. It doesn't matter anyway if they tried bringing him back. And Broly would state that, yeah, there's a man who were way stronger since then that killed Frieza. So it still kind of makes sense that Chi-Lai and Lemo probably would not want to go forward with it. Or you could even say that they were looking for a planet to trade on, and that they landed on Earth because it's a very rich planet. It could be tons of those things, or for research, or for anything. So Chi-Lai and Lemo would actually stay on the planet because it's a really rich environment, it's really beautiful, and they does become friends with Broly. Now, Broly's not as less intelligent or unintelligent or less innocent and stuff like that. He is a more rounded character. He's a bit more mature. He's obviously not the brightest tool, or he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's not an idiot like he was in the movie, and he wasn't childlike. He's a lot more mature, he's more serious, so he would definitely get along with Chi-Lai and Lemo very well. Now, as 7 years would go by, onto the Buu saga, most of the events would happen the exact same. The only thing is Gohan would actually still be around the same strength that he was when he fought Cell, albeit a little bit stronger. Now, what I mean by that is he's stronger than his original self would have been in the Cell saga. The reason why is because Gohan, even he said himself in the Dragon Ball Super, I've said this a lot of times, he can just do training here and there, not all the time, and he will not ever get rusty. He can stay at the level of power, which is absurd. But if he does stop training altogether, his power level quickly drops. But Gohan can just train for a couple days to a couple months, and he can shoot his power up to Super Saiyan Blue level. Like, it makes no sense how they did Gohan. But Gohan, I would say, would do a bit more training than usual to keep his power level. So his power level is rising at a really good pace. And onto Vegeta as well. Vegeta is at around the same power level as I would probably say in the original, maybe a little bit higher because he has Broly and other competition. But other than that, he doesn't really care. Now, as for, per se, Vegeta's absolute anger towards Goku and that he's surpassed by him, I would say that he wasn't as furious. He's obviously pissed because he got surpassed by Goku. And then Broly was stronger than him. But I would say that he's already accepting the fact that Broly's a freak of nature. Because Broly, Vegeta even says that he's not a normal Saiyan. He's literally like a green, bulky monster. So he's like a true Super Saiyan. So Vegeta respects that. And he understands that Broly's a freak of fucking nature. So he's not really going to mess around with that. But he will try to surpass Broly because that's how he is, and that he's the Prince of all Saiyans. So he will try to surpass anything in his way. But now, on a Goten's around the same. Trunks, he's a kid, they're both kids, are around the exact same, albeit maybe a little bit higher. Now, during these 7 years, I do feel like Broly and Chi-Lai would fall in love and they would have a child. Now, you can name the child down in the comments down below. Whatever you want to name a child, name whatever you wish. So all in the comments down below. But the child will be irrelevant in the what if. But I'm just saying that Broly does have a little family. And Lemo does live with them, kind of like an uncle in certain ways. Or your grandfather, I guess you can say. Now during this time, Goku would still wish for the 24 hours to be brought back, just so he can see his friends and family, and even fight in the tournament. Because why not? Now Vegeta would actually still be put together to fight him. Now Vegeta's not as rough and prideful as he was. He kind of settled down a little bit because he's not all completely in Goku's shadow. I still feel like he does have that evil intent inside of him, and he's still kind of hatred towards Goku, but not as much as the original. But it's still there, definitely. Now, a Supreme Guy and Kibito Kai would still appear. Supreme Kai and Kibito Kai would still appear. Sorry about that. And they would still tell the others about Boo and everything else. Babidi, everybody else was still there. So they would go to Babidi's ship to go figure out what the hell's going on. Now, once when they arrive there, they're going to have to fight Pui Pui, Yakon, and Dabura is in the way. Now, most of the events would happen the same. Everything happens the same, albeit just Broly's there. Vegeta would still beat Pui Pui, Goku would still beat Yakon. That happens the same. Now, as for Dabura, Gohan would actually be battling Dabura. Now, in this what if, Gohan is a lot more stronger than the original. Way more powerful. He's more stronger than his original self was. So he would be able to beat Dabura without too much of a crazy issue, especially in Super Saiyan 2. I do feel like Gohan would be able to unlock that power after 7 straight years of training, intense training sometimes with Piccolo or Broly. He would be able to do it. Now, as for Boo, would Vegeta still get his Majin control? Would he still be taken over? That's a lot of good questions. I would say yes. Vegeta would still want to do that because, if you remember, Vegeta still has that hatred towards Goku and wants to surpass him. So Vegeta will allow himself to be taken over because he knows that the magic will make him even stronger to surpass Goku. Now, Goku would still battle Vegeta. They would both be in Super Saiyan 2, and they would still battle in the Wasteland the exact same. Albeit that Goku was actually able to keep up with Vegeta during this battle, but that's for a later reason why. Now, as for Broly during this time, Broly would actually try to stop Babidi along with the Supreme Kai, but Babidi had magic that really helped out. Now, this is where a lot of things will be changing. Boo was born. As during the fight, Goku was still knocked out by Vegeta, and Vegeta would go to fight Fat Boo. Now, Broly during this time is insanely powerful. Like, his power level is ridiculous. He's been off and on training for 7 years. He still trains regularly, but he's not training for a goal because it's been so peaceful. And he's also settled down more now that he has a child and a wife, so he's definitely more relaxed. But even that, though, for 7 years, Broly has matured a lot, and he is so OP. So when Fat Boo appears, Majin Vegeta will tell him that this is his fight. Broly, as a Saiyan, will respect that, and he understands. Though he tells him that you don't have a chance against this pink blob. Vegeta knows that, and he's like, no, you don't know what I'm capable of, blah, blah, get out of my face, blah, blah, get out of here. So Broly would take the others and leave. Now, remember, they're not turned into stone, because Dabura did not have a chance to turn Piccolo and Krillin and the other guys into stone. So, they would all just fly away. Vegeta would still fight Fat Boo. The same fight would go down, the exact same as the original, albeit Majin Vegeta might be a little bit stronger, but that doesn't really matter, as Fat Boo was still overpowering him. Now, Vegeta would still blow himself up. That would still happen. Broly would notice that, and Boo would still come back, and he would be alive and dancing, happy, because it didn't kill him. Babidi would still run off with him to go destroy planets and eat people with candy, all that kind of stuff. Now, Goku, he would still be waking up, and he would go meet up with the rest of the gang to recuperate and kind of regroup, figure out what to do. Now, there's a problem. Broly says, I'll go fight him myself, and I'll end this. Remember, Broly's still a little bit hot-headed because, though he did not like Vegeta, he does respect him. Not to mention, Fat Boo almost, killed Gohan. Because I forgot to mention that after Gohan fought Deborah, he still fought Fat Boo and lost miserably. So Fat Boo nearly killed him. Luckily, Supreme Kai saved him, but still, he was pissed about that. He was pissed that Boo was destroying his planet, as Broly does have a deep connection with his planet. Broly loves Earth. He has a deep connection with it. He respects the land, the water, life, and nature. And he does respect every human being. He has a lot of humanity. So after seeing these innocent people and children else be eaten alive by Boo, this is going to drive him fucking insane. So Broly would then instantly go into his legendary Super Saiyan form and fly in to go kill Fat Boo without mercy. Now, he would do so. He would fly in and start fighting Fat Boo. Fat Boo has no chance against Broly. I mean, zero. Broly is so powerful, and with his rage is not helping. He would be completely torturing Boo. But this is his downfall. He lets his guard down. Broly is a freight train. He runs at you. Broly, as a character, never has any skills or any kind of crazy custom martial arts or moves or anything like that. He just charges in and is like a brawler, and he is just an animal. He'll just come at you and tear you apart. That's what he's doing to Boo. But if you guys remember, Boo's really, really sneaky. Very, very cunning. When there's somebody that's stronger than him, he will do everything he can to survive. And that's what he does. A small piece of Boo would cover Broly. And yes, Broly at this point would actually still revert back to his base form because he's still confused about what's happening. And Boo would absorb him. Now, this version of Boo's a little bit scary. I'm going to try to put the best picture that I can on the screen of what a legendary Saiyan Broly Majin would look like. He is just buff, mean, and no joke and thorough. And his power level is off the charts. Now, is Majin Buu get the complete power of Broly? No. He did not absorb Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. He absorbed, I would say, in the mix of Super Saiyan and base Broly. But that's plenty of enough power as is. Even Super Saiyan Broly, I would say, is stronger than Buuhan. Stronger than Buuhan. Not to mention the legendary form. The reason why only Fat Boo survived was because Broly was torturing him because he's sadistic in his legendary form. But now Goku would arrive and see what happened. As Boo would actually thank Goku, and he has all of Broly's memories. He knows everybody. And I would say that now he has the ultimate power, and he would actually completely destroy Babidi because he doesn't see a need for him. Now, is Boo actually completely evil? No, actually. Broly is pure heart and very innocent. Mixing with Fat Boo, who wasn't truly evil. He did have some evil in his heart, as we all know, but he wasn't not completely evil. He would actually be a bit more nicer than usual, but he still wants to eat people, and he's still misguided because of Babidi and what he said. And with that Saiyan mindset, he wants to battle, so he'll start fighting Goku. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, zero chance. He has no chance against a Buuhan level character, or even more. Now Goku would then smirk, and he still had his tail. Goku would state that, I've kept this as a secret, and even against my fight against Vegeta, I never wanted to show him this power, because I know if I did, it would destroy his pride entirely. And, not to mention, this power would drain my time in the other world to be able to stay on Earth for a very short duration. And he said that during this time, I even found a level past Super Saiyan 2. And he would say the Ascended level, Super Saiyan 3. But once when I found this power, the energy draining was so enormous, I didn't feel like it was worth it. So he decided to go back to his Saiyan roots. He decided to go back and see his Saiyan heritage. He decided to go back and look at the answer that's been right in front of him this entire time. The Uzaru state. Goku remembers when he fought Broly, he didn't have a chance. But he was able to transform into an Uzaru and a Super Saiyan at the same time. And he feels like he was so close to something, a power that was so enormous, but he wasn't able to get there. He wasn't able to get there. He didn't have the power. He didn't have the durability. He didn't have the mental struggle to do that. It was just the heat of the moment. But after 7 years in the other world, training religiously for his mental state, Goku was able to control his Uzaru state. And during this time, mix it with a Super Saiyan. And Goku says, and then I found something even bigger. Reaching deep within myself, finding a power that I never thought was possible. The ultimate Super Saiyan. The final level of a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 4. Goku would then scream, as he would then transform into a Super Saiyan 4. This would shock Broly? Post in the comment down below what you would call a Boo and Broly fusion. I guess it's Buri or Broly. Anyway, Goku and his power level is so ridiculous that he is way stronger than Buhan. Way stronger. I'm even gonna say, fight me in the comments, that he is stronger than Vegito. That's saying something. Now Goku would fly in and completely demolish Broly. Post in the comment down below a better name for that, please. And now during that time, Goku would easily dominate him in the fight. There's no chance. Now he was running out of options. So what is he going to do? There's not much that he can do against this version of Goku. He never knew that Goku was this strong. So, like, what is he going to do? But now Goku has an idea. He thinks, well, there is one way I might be able to get Broly out. Is if he goes in Boo. And now it's the same thing that Vegito did. He would form a ki barrier around himself and let himself get absorbed. Now during this time, he would fly around and he would find Broly and Fat Boo. Something deep within Goku tells him that Fat Boo was not a bad guy. And why is he trapped in here? There's like something holding him back? So that's what he'll do. He would free Broly and Fat Boo. Now during this time, pretty much Kid Buu would be born because the good was removed. So now that Kid Buu was born, he would try to blow up the planet. But this is Super Saiyan 4 Goku we're talking about. He would completely annihilate Kid Buu with a full power Kamehameha because he knows that he cannot waste time on this monster and that he almost blew up the planet right then and there. So he would charge a full power Kamehameha and completely obliterate Buu, or Kid Buu. Now during this time, everything was fixed and Gohan was actually healed. Now during this time, Elder Kai says that I can actually train you to unlock your potential, but that would take longer. Gohan understands that, and he will. Now, during this time, Goku would still run out of his hours, and he would have to go back to the other world for now. Broly would be awakened, be back with his family, everything was alright. Now, they would actually use the Dragon Balls to wish back everybody that Buu was killed, including Vegeta. So Vegeta was brought back, and he did want to have a final say with Goku. Before he was actually brought back, he was in pretty much hell, and Goku would go visit him. Now, Vegeta would have, kind of a warrior respect moment with Goku, saying, you are number one, especially this power that you did. He was pissed that Goku never showed him the power, but he says that there is no way I can surpass you now, they're saying. You are the best. But now Vegeta would still be brought back. He would spend time with Bulma and his family. Chi-Chi was distraught that Goku still could not come back, but maybe one day. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that I kind of glossed over the Buu saga really fast, but as you guys already know, Broly, the reason why I didn't want it to be boring, because I could just say that Broly himself, he can easily take on Fat Buu and kill him. He can easily just, probably in the Super Saiyan form at this level, he could have easily killed Fat Buu without even much of a struggle at all, and kill Babidi. But that would have made the What If boring. I wanted Broly to get absorbed to be an even bigger threat. And this is based on Goku. This is not based on a complete Broly What If story. So I wanted Goku to have some limelight. And I obviously wanted Vegeta to have his moment to where one of the saddest moments of Dragon Ball Z history is when he blew himself up. And Broly still had his moment. Gohan still had his moment because he defeated Deborah easily. But he could not be Fat Buu. And I actually wanted Goku to unlock Super Saiyan 4 just because who does not love Super Saiyan 4? And I teased it in one of the first What If parts because he has a tail. Everybody was begging me to add Super Saiyan 4, so I decided to add Super Saiyan 4. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all later.